Let's see. I'm feeling she's probably masterclass, right?
Yeah. Tyrant's definitely way too high, and Solo Lord is probably too high too.
Like the tripods and stuff like that, the Veil guys. So the guys that are like a few meters tall, right, are the masterclass. They're usually like the bosses of the missions where you're doing the destroy stuff, right? It's like the final enemy.
The bosses are the mini bosses.
Yeah, so
those guys.
I just human. We're not doing the alts or whatever. We're doing just the base forms of the Nikke in their combat bodies. We're not doing it in their civilian bodies. Hello, unaware toast. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I feel like she could probably defeat one of those mini bosses on like the standard stages by herself. She would have the experience to do that. I feel like she was able to come up with to get us during the chase down, right? During the Moderniar.
Yeah, she even if I mean I think it is, but let's even say her firepower isn't like pretty strong. She should be tactically smart enough to.
Because she during the Stellar Blade event, she went by herself with Rom. If Rom didn't knock her out, she would have been strong enough to probably get back to the Arc by herself. So I think Masterclass fits, right? Also, hello, beautiful Nikke. You follow as well. So yeah, Masterclass it is.
Yep.
Signal is a support Nikke, so I don't think she goes up that high.
Yeah, it's hard to put her anywhere but servant.
Yeah.
She does all her scouting, which is useful, but she's not really doing a whole lot combat-wise.
Mm-hmm. Well, Zinar, she had her guard down because she didn't expect it, you know. Yeah, I feel like Servant makes sense. She can take down, you know, the Husk Rapture, because any Nikke with the weapon can do that, because they're just one tap. But yeah, that feels right. Holy, we saw her destroy the Masterclass Raptures during the cutscene. During chapter 21 is when the evasion happened? Or no, 22 was evasion, right? It was 21 or 22.
22. Oh, whatever it was.
Yeah, with her shotgun, she just took them down like in one tap, right? The Masterclass ones, wasn't it? In the animation?
That sounds right. And she's the head of the police force. Obviously, she's going to have some stuff going on for her. She's not going to be weak. I think Master seems about right.
No, she can one tap the Master though. That means she would be in Lord class, wouldn't it be? If she was going seriously and trying to fight. That's what I'm thinking. Lord. But who's in Lord anyway? Lord is like... Oh no, she actually did destroy a Lord Rapture in the cutscene, because I'm looking at it now. You had like the guy with like the two arms or whatever who shot the beam into the buildings, remember? And then she defeated it. That's a Lord Rapture, actually.
I'd have to look at the cutscene again to remember.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let me get that up, because that is needed for this discussion. Nikke chapter 22 cutscene. Yes, here it is. So I think, where are you? Yeah, this guy who comes down here, that's a Lord Rapture. Looking at the wiki, and I'm pretty sure Polly takes this guy down after. Because she survives the encounter, right? Obviously.
I'm not seeing her take it down.
If she didn't, though, how did she survive? And meet us at the start of the mission, right? She had to have.
Yeah, but She might have gotten Miranda out of her
Hmm.
fog.
True.
I think it's fair to put her there on Master, but I definitely don't think we can't go any higher than that for sure.
I guess because she's a cop, she's only really dealing with those. I guess her specs wouldn't be too high. Maybe she might have ran. I guess. We can look at the dialogue right after that cutscene, because then maybe she'll tell us if she did or not. Let's see real quick. That's why I have the game open, so we can fact check some things. It's the invasion. It's cracked. They cracked the arc. Whoa.
What?
See, where did Polly? Or is Polly only in the next episode? Yes, she's here.
Damn.
Yeah, Polly Miranda.
Come here, get a hold of it. What? No. Miranda, answer me. And with the way you're acting, you won't be able to. Polly. Miranda and I were. So it has. What? I don't know. After that, the last thing we remember was going toe to toe.
Okay, so she definitely didn't snap Miranda out of it.
The last thing she remembers where they were going toe to toe with a Lord class Rapture.
Once we came to, we were assessing the situation, and that's when we ran into you.
So they were fighting toe to toe with a Lord class Rapture. But then they passed out somehow, apparently. Is what I'm reading here.
Yeah, with how Miranda was in that chat. Or that,
yeah, Miranda couldn't do anything, so it was all Polly doing the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can put her in Lord.
Yes. Polly gets a high rank tentatively, right? Tentatively. Because otherwise they would have died if she wasn't able to actually fight him off. Sure, the nymph may have overrid their brains and made them like stronger. Now Miranda, where should Miranda go? Do you think? Talos is down here with Kilo. Ken, sleep here. Yes, I do need to make channel points do things. Go ahead, Ripple.
To really go with Miranda, and considering
she was there in the fight, and she did fumble it all. She did try to talk to a Rapture to make it stop.
I'm thinking Servant for her.
Yeah, we just don't really know if she could do anything. But I'm gonna put her above Signal and Servant, right? Because she's at least stronger than Signal's scouting abilities or whatever. Okay, Brid. Okay, so the AZX has a feat on the surface, right? Against the train there. The train guy. I forget his name. At something. It's been so long. What's his name, Ripple?
Altizen?
Yes, him. They had that beat, but they're using the train to do that.
Yeah, and she's driving the train, so I don't know that she gets a whole lot of she probably wouldn't doing a whole lot of the shooting herself.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. They're on the surface and they did kill him, but they didn't do that themselves, right? They did with the train. So like them as Nikke is fighting a Rapture 1v1 is how we're doing the rating, right?
Yeah, like if you put them in a...
Like how Haran did it with us against Coliseum. The Rapture. Yeah, like a Coliseum battle.
In a closed environment.
Because if we give them the train, then obviously they go up to like Tyrant and Heretic, essentially. Because the train is basically like that. Well, the train is more Tyrant. Yeah, the train's Tyrant. I guess by herself, she's probably Master because they do have the experience, right? On the surface, so they have the tacticalness, right? I don't see her being weaker than like a Privity.
I can't see her being stronger than Privity.
100,000 channel points, says Blacklight. Well, that's a lot. Yeah, we'll have the same conversation about Aegis Squad when we get to them. Okay, how you feeling, Ripple? Where do you want her to go? I'm feeling she's going to be in Master.
Yeah, I'm kind of low on her. I'm thinking Servant personally. I just don't think we've seen anything good out of her. I'm okay with low Master, I guess.
Very low. Because they have the experience, right? They know how to fight. It's not like Miranda, where Miranda and Sigdal don't have the front line experience really of attacking raptures. So they know like the mind of a rapture or whatever. So they would have the tactics.
Well, but does Brid herself know that? Because when she's on the surface, she should be driving the train.
Yeah. Well, she's aiming
the
trains, like guns and stuff, though, at people.
Is she? Is that right?
I think she has some sort of command over it. It's not all autonomous.
Okay, if that's right, then I'd agree. Although I don't wait, we're not considering the train, right?
Yeah. And she does have a machine gun, right?
Yeah, some of these are difficult because they just don't have a whole lot of like actual like main story fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some of these Nikkes are just designed for arc purposes.
Well, I know there was a bit of fighting that Celine and Diesel and Brit did during the Terminus ticket event, right? On outside the train, wasn't there?
I think Brid didn't do any of it though. I thought Brid was staying on the train, but maybe I'm misremembering that.
You have the train one time, I think. No, 2 times. There was like one time I had to go to the grave, and like one time to help save Nora and us.
I thought she drove the train to save people.
She was driving it mostly.
Like, stepped off it for a second, but I don't think she was really clearing people out.
Mm-hmm. I guess, yeah, we're gonna put her there. I think everyone else in the squad goes into masterclass as well. But I feel like Diesel's the strongest of them. Let's see what the wiki says, but because we can look at the wiki really quickly and see about experience battles, maybe. Let's see, chapter 13, that's when the fight happened. Subjugation. Okay, so yeah, when the train suffered serious damage, right, they had to sit there like as sitting ducks and fight off raptures while counters went off to go fight Modernia. So they were actually fighting masterclass and stuff right there, right? So that, I think we can put them there comfortably.
Okay.
Yeah. They at least go there. Okay. Guillotine. Now, Guillotine is kind of hard to rank because it depends on how her evil eye works, right? So it attacks the core of a Nikke directly by her looking at them. Would this affect the Rapture's core? We don't know, because it's never been done.
Could it affect a heretic too?
Mm-hmm.
Considering their Nikke relations.
Yeah, the cores are all connected, basically. Because one look and they get no more power. But I feel like a heretic and like a tyrant would have the ability to have like enough power stored in the rest of their body that they could still function for a bit of time before they run out of power, so they could still defeat her in time. Before they run out of the last bit of juice and then collapse like how Jackal did.
Yeah, she was also fighting the Ice Dragon in I
True.
know that's VR, but I'm
Should different
thinking
set of
at least
skills
Tyrant.
there. Really Tyrant. I'm thinking Lord class at the most. Because Tyrant, you have things like the train, you have things like Chatterbox and Land Eater and Mother Whale. I think that's too much for her. I don't think she could
Yeah, but the
defeat
Ice
a
Dragon wouldn't be by herself, but with the Ice Dragon fight was with her and Maiden.
her Maiden,
I guess there's 4 of them.
Bestie,
There's
and Volume. And it was a simulation. So the rules aren't really don't really apply the same, right? I feel like with Scalar, Lord class makes sense. Because even because she's not stronger than or she's probably just as strong as maybe a original Miara, and she got bodied by Chatterbox, even though her ability was to do the pain swap or whatever. Chatterbox worked around it. I feel like the Tyrants are more crafty.
Yeah. The Tyrants are also, there's a big
It's a big power
gap between
bump there.
Blacksmith and Gluttony and Mother Whale. There's that's got a huge gap in between the top and the bottom.
True. We'll take that into account. Also, apparently Leviathan, her original transformation, is only Lord class. That's funny. Okay, so we'll go that.
That's
How about
kind of wild.
how about Maiden though? Because isn't there a thing with Maiden's Kotodama where it only works on the current Nikkes that are being built because that's how her thing is she's hacking the code of those Nikkes with her Kotodama? It's not like Sirens or Sins where it can affect anything. Let's see. Let me make sure that's right. Let's check the wiki. What did they say about her Kotodama? Yeah, Maiden has the ability to hypnotize Nikkes using code embedded in her words. So her thing wouldn't affect Raptures. It only affects Nikkes that can be affected by the code injection or whatever into the NIM.
Yeah, and there are even Nikkes that are immune to this, I guess, if they're...
They turn their ears off.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, her ability, I feel like she would still have the strength to defeat a Masterclass Rapture because she's probably been in the simulation room a bunch or whatever and messed around there. So she probably has trained like that. And she probably has, she has the ability to fight other Nikkes, right? Even without the Kotodama. And then Jackal did, one tapper, but Jackal is very strong when you think about it. Also, hello, Rokan. You think Master for her, or?
Yeah, probably right below Privity.
Okay.
Because Privity's also going to have more surface experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we got D. D is a thing because she just is something because, she just hunts down humans. So, really, what can she do on this surface? She chases up there that one time, and she was just getting support from other Nikkes, right? So she didn't have to fight the Raptures herself.
Yeah.
I don't think
her...
she goes really high.
No. Either probably maybe the top of Servant, bottom of Master. I guess it just because she's gonna be smart.
Yeah, she's gonna be intelligent, right? So she'll probably be able to figure out how to destroy Master, right? So I think what we can say is masterclass is for like any Nikke that is smart and could tactically do it. And then if they're like too aloof or too little experience in fighting, they go to servant maybe. So I think like master is probably like the baseline.
Yeah, I think most Nikkes could get a master class. A lot of the times when they're fighting, though, and they might struggle, you know, it's because they've got 5 master classes, 1,000 servants, and maybe a lord all within a few minute period, which is significantly more difficult than a one-on-one.
See, Zenard's saying they're good human hunters, but not rapture fighters. He's thinking server class, but I think because of the tactics she would have in her head and her ability to use weapons, that she probably could take down a masterclass 1v1. So I think we can put her where? Yeah, most Nikkes are designed to fight masterclass. Yeah, that's good. The baseline. Yep. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, majority of Nikkes are masterclass baseline. Yeah. Okay, what about Helm? Thank you, Mr. Lorex. Lorex, us. However you pronounce your name. I think I got it wrong both times, but you know, thank you for being here. Okay, so how do you... Lalzirus, yes, there we go. Now, what about Helm, though? Because Helm, like AZX, is very tied to her ship, to her machine. But she has a very tactical mind.
If there's anything that happened in the summer event that would...
I think, remember, she combined with like Aegis or whatever and destroyed the Kraken or something, right? And like see you again. Or the Ymir. Didn't the Ymir wake her up or something? And spoke to her? Wasn't that something that happened? Or did she imagine that? Because she was like underwater or something and she heard a voice and it turned out to be the Ymir.
Oh god, it's been so long since I read this.
True. Shurokan. Let's see, what... Can she be in Lord? I just don't know. The Ymir used its machine spirit to shoot the Kraken. Yes. Yeah, I just don't know if she has any solo feats that we can... Yeah, I don't see any like solo feats that we can really give to her to show that she could be above master herself.
Yeah, and she's going to be so dependent on the Admire. And it's probably going to be the same for her squad mates, similar to AZX.
Who else can control the Admire? Well, Mast and Anchor could do some stuff with the Admire.
Yeah, and
yeah, she can do some commanding skills. Yeah,
do a whole lot for her in this scenario.
Yeah, because this scenario is just, it's a 1v1 fight. Well, no, there's still a tactical-minded Nikke, right? And they're built strong. So they're at least masterclass by baseline if they have the tactics in their head. As long as they don't like freak out and have like 0 experience, they can still fight a masterclass. That's like the baseline of a Nikke. Well, with prep time, I don't know. Could be. Yeah, I think, does Mast have any solo feats? Did she do anything during like the Golden Ship event when that was happening? Does all of Aegis go into just Master? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about her taking on any raptures by herself. She does have her own ship, apparently. Oh.
You know, I'm actually not so sure I've read Golden Ship. Now that I'm looking through this, none of this is sparking anything in me. I mean, I've never read this event.
Okay, I'm just moving the alts down here because we don't care about the alts. Yeah, I guess we're spending all of Aegis into Master. But they're going to be a bit below at the bottom because they don't get out as much as the Infinity Rail squad, really, on the surface missions. They've been getting more recently, especially with coming up on the surface during the Leviathan arc and helping us out there. That gives us more experience. But a lot of their stuff is just doing practice drills, and they do the summer events. But I think that's just that.
Yeah, hard to disagree on that one. Some of these Nikkes their stories are not super involved with rapture fights.
Yeah. Okay,
Even
Mars.
if, like, we might imagine them as being stronger, there's just not a whole lot of proof out there.
Mm-hmm. Marciana. She teaches. She does a lot of simulations as well, probably, at the school.
Yeah, in Colorless, she wasn't able to go up to the surface to save them because she had the tracker put on her. So there's nothing there.
But she does have the tactics from that. So it's not like she's going to break down in fear the moment she sees the rapture and then get just one tapped by a masterclass guy.
No, and this is a little more of speculation than proof, but you'd have to imagine she
was like a veteran.
Lord class if she's doing the teaching.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably like a veteran of fighting and then retired down, and Ingrid gave her a job to teach. So I just feel like, yeah, she probably, I'm going to give her like a low Lord, right? Yeah, fighting alone against shouldn't qualify strength again because the raptures aren't all that's FOD. Beats another against heretics and Nikke should count. Just like how we use Jackal beating Maiden as an anti-feat, yeah. True. But even then, for say example, Helm Mast and Anchor and the Infinity Rail squad, they don't really have any feats or anti-feats against other Nikkes either. They haven't like fought them or anything like that. Right? Have we seen them? I think the closest was Diesel refusing to shoot Crow. Is what we saw her fighting another Nikke. And D usually hunts down humans. So we don't really have much for her. I guess actually based on what we've talked about, no. Everybody still stays down there. Well, next is Query. She's blind. I don't think she can fight raptors.
Yeah, but she can see. No, she can.
She can?
Yeah, she can see important things.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's fighting, her enemy is part of that. Obviously, in the animation, she's like blind when she's shooting, but that's a little bit more of a silly thing. But it's not completely perfect. I think she shot inappropriate things when she was supposed to be shooting raptors, but she's not an instant servant, at least I don't think. Maybe she'd be high on there because of the blindness. It's not nothing, don't get me wrong, but
let's see, I was checking her Bond story like summary real quick, just looking at that. Okay, it's just about her getting accommodated with the outposts. I was wondering if there's anything about her mentioning anything about raptures, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know, could she stay calm and collected though if in a face of a rapture? She might just freak out. Oh yeah, also, yeah, Query and Miranda got like jumped by dogs in the Resident Evil collab.
Yeah, maybe she is servant with Miranda.
Mm-hmm. We're down there. Now Zwei. So Zwei is Lord, I think, right? Based on colorless? Because she had to go on the surface to actually fight, and there's like lords there, wasn't there? Like, so that's why most of them died on the surface. The students. Right? Or am I wrong?
That's definitely the story. I'm just trying to remember if they were actually lords. It was definitely raptors they couldn't handle, so it's definitely more than servant. And probably more than master. I'm just looking to see if I can confirm that.
And in the EVA event, because collabs are kind of potentially semi-canon. Stellar Blade's canon for sure, but other ones might be just semi-canon.
Yeah, it's weird because none of them are on the timeline, but Stellar Blade references the other ones, so it's a little difficult.
I think she's probably Lord. Because she's, she is a fully trained child soldier, Child soldier child in quotation marks. Because she's probably like 40 years old or whatever, because she's been in the school for a long time. Yeah, and the tech, they're using like higher quality tech, School Circle as well. Like Ein's feathers and these dual shotguns.
Yeah, I think she might be Lord.
Yeah, I'm fair Lord. Put her in Lord. True, she can see Rogan Query. She can like identify like very like specific things or whatever, and she like make out like weirdness in a room and like find like a lost item. But her normal like walking day-to-day vision is very bad. But we don't have any evidence she's been ever in a fight against a rapture, and her eyesight could be a liability if it doesn't actually focus on a rapture fully and she misses it. So that's why she goes in as servant.
Yeah, there's a line somewhere where I think it's Polly says that she shot a supply, a case of supplies instead of a rapture.
No.
At one point.
Phantom.
I don't think Phantom's ever fought a rapture that we know of.
I think she just goes into masterclass. I think she could fight a rapture if she wanted to.
Yeah.
Nothing about her screams to me that she'd be incompetent in a fight.
No, but she's just very much an arc Nikke, and to my knowledge hasn't gone to the surface in this story. Or in any of the stories, I mean. I didn't mean main story there.
Yeah, she's been doing her thing around the arc for the most part. Now, Rappy, easy. She's heretic class, obviously.
Yep.
She 1v1s heretics all the time.
Yep.
Super simple. Arcana, though, I don't know about Arcana. Could Arcana beat a masterclass rapture? I don't know. She's a bookworm. She is still going to the school now, though, so maybe she'll get some proper training to fight.
I just don't see how she'd be any different than Phantom. So if master classes are baseline, I don't see anything putting her below.
She would have the knowledge in her brain, and she has that like future sight or whatever that we still don't really know much about. When she calculated like the probability of the commander succeeding or whatever. Remember when she went green-eyed and did that?
Yes.
Was that ever talked about again? I don't remember.
I guess we'll find out here in a week or a couple
guess so.
days.
Okay, she can go in master, yeah. That's fine. K... Has K been on the surface any more than D has? Only for that short bit of time that we saw, right? When she came after us along with K, and we're along with D. Was there any mention about her fighting on the surface in the past?
Not that I remember. But considering she's... this is just another baseline one, I think. Because none of her story really revolves around raptures. But there's nothing. She's like a physically active person. She understands.
She has the awareness and everything like that.
Generally. Yeah.
She has the battle awareness. Yep. Sora. I feel like Sora is low.
Yeah. Well, she's doing a lot of sneaking around.
Yeah.
On the surface to get shit.
Sure.
Right?
She would have to fight if she gets caught, right? And she hasn't died yet, so she must be okay at fighting. Well, what happened here?
She can't be below master, I'm sure.
Refresh.
Oh.
That was weird. Oh, it put the people I put at the bottom back up here. Okay, get back down. Yeah, she's like, oh, I guess maybe she would be like Signal, yeah. Scout level, servant. Yeah, that makes sense. But unlike Signal, she goes alone, right? Because Signal was gonna have Delta or whatever she's on the surface. And Sora's sneaking around on the surface by herself, right?
I don't know how deep into this they've thought, but if she's going alone, it's not like she can burn through a shit ton of ammunition because everything's rationed out, as we see with Rappy having to go get.
Maybe she's just only
so
going to like safe areas that have already been cleared out by other Nikkes.
Yeah, because she can't just be burning through supplies, taking down a bunch of raptures.
Mhm.
So she's probably avoiding fights, but that doesn't necessarily mean she can't do it.
True.
I think servants
We're down there, yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Now, Emma, tactical upgrade. Tyrant?
I think this is one of the ones where it's like the low tyrant versus the high tyrant matters.
I think low
Which
tyrant.
I think if you're clearing low tyrant, you're fine to be in that class. But I don't know if she can take down one of the high tyrants.
Yeah, I think, could she beat a blacksmith? Maybe.
No, these tyrants are kind of crazy strong.
Yeah, but Zenard, with
everything
with the heretic one against Indivilia, they actually won due to luck because lightning struck Indivilia, and that was with Matisse was also there as well with Absolute, so it wasn't a 1v1 kind of deal either. Unlike Rappy, who could 1v1 a heretic and has done so on screen.
How did they? So I'm thinking, so much of Absolute, so much of their.
Yeah, like when they're together, they're heretic class, but individually, I think
right.
they're tyrant.
I guess I'm just wondering if they're even tyrant though. Obviously, when they're together, they're heretic, but so much of what they do is around.
Vesti is tyrant 100% because she went right after Behemoth by herself that one time and was able just to do damage.
Yeah, Vesti is.
Vesti's for sure in
But
tyrant.
Vesti's clearly the strongest of them all.
Mm-hmm.
Explicitly so.
Let's see. Okay, we're thinking about the fight. The fight isn't like a Coliseum. They're like crammed together. They're like in like a whole battlefield, right? So they have the movability that they can use, right? With like Unwa going around different sniping positions, using her cloak to hide, and then getting pot shots off at the Tyrant class Rapture.
Yeah, these low tyrants like Blacksmith or even like Grave Digger, probably reasonable.
Yeah. But Vesti, yeah, she's clearly the strongest of them all. That's her claim to fame. Okay, I think that works.
I think maybe Unwa over
Emma?
No.
I see.
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, because Unwa probably because she spent her whole all that time in the simulation room, right, with the commander trying to take down Behemoth. So she was honing her skills more. Where is Delta? There's Delta. Delta Master, or did she do anything more impressive? I don't remember. What did she do in the early campaign? Because she was there with Signal in the early campaign. Or she wasn't? No, she was, right? Oh, I thought she was. I guess she never had a campaign experience, so. I thought she was there like in the early days. Interesting. But she's a scout like Signal, but she has more of a head on her shoulders. Oh, she was also killed by Heavenly Ascension? I didn't know that. Did not remember that. She raided the Outer Rim with Exotic. She gave the commander a blowy.
So if the scouts are just 2 members. And Signal is explicitly not very strong.
We're talking about a Delta.
I'm sorry.
Delta.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. Yeah.
Yeah, because Fate Deceive was asking. Yeah, we're talking about Delta right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying when I said Signal.
No.
But yeah, so if Signal's explicitly not strong, and they're the only 2 members on this recon team, she's got to at least be High Master.
Yeah. She has to protect Signal, so yeah, that makes sense to me.
I don't know if we have anything that would put her higher than that. At least not that I can remember.
Yeah, that happened in her Bond story, Fate. She did that. It's real. Oh, we don't need you guys because we already did you. Get labeled is servant.
Yeah.
That's just, she can't do too much, really. She's just needing it up.
High anxiety would, even if like maybe your specs are masterclass, her personality probably isn't going to fare too well in this scenario.
Mm-hmm. EH. Where could EH go? EH is like she was a mastermind. She has the tactical power. She has a ton of explosives and stuff on her. I feel like she has the arsenal to maybe take on a Lord class, but we don't have any kind of hard evidence to say that she could go above master though. Just that she is battle hardened, but only within like the arc. Was she fighting against Raptures as a human when she confronted Crow? Was that why she was so beaten up, or was it something else that made her get beaten up at that point in time?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Rav is here as well. Look at that. True. Label is not built for combat. Really. Her mind isn't made for it. She was close to the bomb. That's what it was. She tanked that as a human. Crazy. If she blows up the Claymore and she survives it, that does give her power scaling points, right? That's a durability feat.
If she tanks it,
yeah.
Isn't that thing explicitly there for her not be able to tank it?
I don't know. Maybe. If she's like Viper, she could tank it. Viper tanked an explosion right to the head.
Yeah, but that... Yeah, I guess that's true. Whether it should have been true or not, I guess is irrelevant.
Oh, where do you want her to? Where should she go? Do you think? Because I feel like I want to rank her higher up because she is tactical, right? Tactical.
Yeah, she looks like she should be Lord class. I just don't know that we have any proof that says she could be.
I feel like because I remember Ingrid and her when they were talking or whatever about her mother or something. I think there's a mention of them doing simulations or whatever, like of fighting raptors in like a simulation type room or something. I feel like that was something that was mentioned because their mother was really like, you know, you need to be strong, right? So I feel like she might have in her brain the ability to do that. So maybe she's like low Lord class.
Yeah, I haven't read her Bond story either. I don't know if that has anything to do with the surface or Raptures.
Her Bond story is about the commander taking her out.
Like on a date?
Essentially, yeah.
I'll have to read that when I hit 10. I only have one copy, so I didn't want to use tickets and then advise over.
Okay, tentatively, we're putting her in a low lord class. We can change it later if we decide to. Okay, now it's Maxwell. Maxwell? Because the way that we're doing right now with Maxwell is we're doing the latest version of Maxwell, even though it's not the same sprite, right? We're actually doing the upgraded version of Maxwell.
Yeah, makes sense.
She is definitely the weakest of Métis. She's the weakest, right? We can say that?
Yeah. But she's so smart, maybe she could still take out like Blacksmith.
No, she's going to be Tyrant, 100%.
Okay, yeah, I can't see her being Heretic.
Yeah, she isn't there, I don't think.
And she should be stronger than any individual member. Or maybe not. Okay, so
I
no,
don't
you're
think
right.
she's stronger than Bestie.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. How you have it. But then the other two will
I think Laplace and Drake are like Heretic class, if I'm being honest, based on how they fought against Behemoth and everyone. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Uni's time. Uni has the feat of getting bodied by Chatterbox, but surviving. Does that make her Lord then? And her and Mihara did go out on the surface and actually capture Lord classes, I think, right?
Yeah. So are we not counting Rapture, Fusion?
Yeah, I guess we're not gonna count the Rapture Fusion Uni, or could we? Because does she even have the same power set?
Holding up. She was holding Gluttony's mouth open, which is kind of crazy. And so
I guess
at least Tyrant. It's got to be.
Yeah, I guess we have to. Yeah, if we're doing the transformer version of Métis, I guess we're doing the latest current version of Uni, which is that Rapture Fusion of her. So I guess she would be Tyrant then.
Yeah.
Like she held open. He held open the mouth. That is true. I feel like Bestie could do the same thing, holding the mouth open. She just, the way they talk about her, like she's just omegally strong, super, super strong, ultra, super duper. So maybe she goes like below Maxwell.
Like she's probably stronger than Maxwell, but Maxwell's obviously going to be smarter. So I don't know.
Yeah, let's put her. She's just doing like brute strength, right? She didn't have to think anything at all. She just was holding it open and just doing that holding. She didn't have to do any kind of tactical thinking. So maybe she goes like the lowest part of a Tyrant class.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, we'll do that. Liter. Liter goes on the surface sometimes, so she's masterclass at least.
Yeah, especially once we get into like the Tetra Nikkes, then we're going to be hitting a lot of servants, I think, because so many of them are not designed to be going and fighting. Probably low master.
Oh yeah, Laplace is going to be up. She is going to be up. She has more surface experience than Label. I mean, these two, Phantom and Arcana and stuff. Maybe she was a bit above Aegis and Infinity Rail because she has fought. I remember seeing her fight when we brought her to the surface, right? During the side story missions that we've had with her. Because she brought Bolt up to the surface and Senti was there. So I think they fought alongside of counters at that time. Whoa, it's Lily Lover.
That placement's reasonable.
Hello, Lily Lover. Are you the Red Shoes guy? You have 2 accounts? That's crazy. Well, also, yeah, leader was on the second Reclamation War with the Jeff guy, or Josh, right? Remember, she was part of that squad. So could she be higher then, you think?
Squad didn't do too well though, right?
The commander died, yeah. True, she doesn't have special powers, right? But does she have the experience to do it? A Boboob. Because she is a veteran of one of the wars that they did. Are we lowballing her here? Maybe she was the highest of Masterclass, at least. Because she has combat experience like that.
I don't know that she's above Brevity.
It might be. I'll put it right there right now. Why not? We can come back. Julia's. She got stronger, didn't she, or something? Did she like wander the surface?
She has to have. Yeah, because she was on the surface for forever.
So I feel like because she's on the surface for so long, she has to be Lord. Because I don't.
Be Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never seen Brevity kill raptors, but we do know she goes up the surface a lot, and she did chase us down in the campaign, and they did make a lot of noise. So they had to have fought a lot of raptors at that point. And in the Stellar Braid collab, she was fine going off by herself, right? That's why she's up here. I think. Her music ability can hide her.
Hide her.
Okay, so she has a crutch with that.
Yeah, she hiding from the Lord classes and just not engaging. Maybe she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely at least master to just survive up there.
Yeah. I'd probably put her at the highest, the master then. Because she is surviving up there. She's not
yeah.
She didn't die. She came back to tell the tale. So yeah, let's put it up there for now. No, Red Shoes hasn't been mentioned, by the way. Because Red Shoes isn't on the list of playable Nikkes. Senti, she gets the same thing as leader, right? Based on they were on the same campaign or same side story mission. With the counters helping the fight on the surface while they try to go to a junkyard, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, now we're on to a fun one. Drake. With her transformation, I feel like she's heretic. Because she was going toe-to-toe with the four beasts.
Yeah, hard to say. She's not.
It just makes sense. Toe-to-toe, the electro web thing, she was just, the four beasts couldn't gain any ground against her. They forced them to transform as well to actually, try to attack. Yeah, and they did flip Bahamut. No, not Bahamut. They flipped Behemoth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may make sense, though, to... this is just a thought. Like how you have the new versions of Absolute to use New Drake, so that when people look at it, they realize you're talking about New Drake.
Well, the thing is, there's no New Drake on here, but I think I can add New Drake in after.
Okay.
I'll do that before I post the list. I'll add the image and replace her. But for right now,
Makes sense.
I'll leave it as base.
Sure.
Crow? I think Crow just goes into master.
Yeah.
I mean, no, she could be high, right? Because we had the whole campaign with her, and she was helping us with the counters and the ice biome, right? That we were in. I don't know why I said biome, but remember like the glacier area or whatever with the lighthouse, and then she shot us. That was on the surface.
Yes, but was she? She's with her squad, of course. Did they actually fight anybody super notable?
Was there anyone good there? What was the boss of that place? Let's see. Let me check the story and let me see. What was the boss of chapter 18?
"16 is when..."
Or
she
16.
shoots him.
Yeah, what was the boss of chapter 16? Because she would have been part of that fight, I think. Maybe? Or no, they left before the boss happened. Or did they? Let's see. Okay, so with what happened is they did fight a Tyrant class Rapture with counters. So
Tyrant with counters.
So they're at least Lord then, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense. Considering Jackal's kind of crazy, Pro would need to be strong enough to control her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's a horde of Raptures with several Lord class Raptures and one Tyrant, and that's how they fought them off with the counters. And Viper was there, Crow was there, Jackal was there. So yeah, we'll put her in the Lord, I think, for that.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, and now we have Pepper. Pepper, what can we say for Pepper? She helped fight against the Kraken multiple times, right? Because she's been in a bunch of the summer events. She was in the Eva collab.
But she herself is probably not doing a lot of fighting. She's probably just, she's healing, doing med work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, combat medic on steroids. That sounds about right. I don't know that she's going to be she's going to be super useful in a one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the highest of servant.
Would she be in servant though? I guess. I guess she wouldn't be on the front lines a lot, right? So the experience is going to be there. Yeah, they're going to be kept behind lines. So maybe she is this high servant then. But then we do have Arcana and Phantom above her though. So I don't think she'd be weaker than them because she would be on surface a few times, right? I think we might need to lower Phantom and Arcana down to servant, maybe. But is there something with at least the Nikkes where they have to do like simulation training at least a bit of the time? So maybe they do have the skills. I'm not sure.
Just being there doesn't necessarily mean that they're any good, though, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this means they would have the ability to do it. So yeah, I guess she has to be in Master, Pepper. So, but I think she's going to be a bit stronger than Phantom and Arcana.
See, it's hard because there's not really anything about those two, and so they're kind of getting the short end just because they don't do much. But when Pepper's up there, which she does go up there, she's not really a frontline fighter, of course.
Yeah, all Nikkes have the ability of a soldier outside of basic training, kind of. Except for like Some of them, they regress though. I also think some of them actually don't get all that training uploaded into their brain. For example, the ones that go to the school, the whole point of that experiment is that they don't upload any data into their head because they want to see if teaching normally is better than implementing the data right in their brain. So it's pretty hit and miss on that. But all mass-produced DKs get that.
Who masters are?
Yeah, the masters are like
some of these guys are nothing on master.
Yeah, so you have guys like yeah, it's just like the regular stage bosses that are like fodder, kind of.
Yeah.
But they still, you know, tell the servants what to do. But I feel like, yeah, what we have right now is fine. I think people are in the right spots at the moment.
Yeah, I think everything's okay for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, at the end we can rearrange if we have any strong feelings about certain people. Admi, I think Admi's just going to be the same as Privity, right? Maybe just a little bit weaker.
Where's Zenard?
Yeah, Zenard, are you here? Do you know Admi's feats off by your heart or something? Because I feel like she just has the same kind of feats as Privity for the most part, but a little bit less because Privity's been in more content, so we know a bit more about her. He is the Admi expert after all. I guess when we wait for him, we can do Jacko real quick. I think Jacko's just going to be Lord as well, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because she was there for the same battle against the Tyrant as Crow was, and she is pretty crazy. And that gives her some extra bonus points. She's going to eat the Rapture. She's going to bite through it. She can do that. Yeah, Admi probably has the same experience training as her squad. Yep. I'll put her next to Privity. We got Laplace, which, you know, with the feats with Laplace against the 4 beasts and everything like that, against Gluttony.
Yeah,
everything she's done.
Right above Drake.
She's just a little bit stronger than Drake. She's a strong girl.
It's so sad. What a horrendous loss for Villainy. For
Villain's
Laplace to be slightly better.
Yeah. She charges up her Melnir. She's just gonna slam you down. Yeah, Eden knows about her. Johan was, it's Johan, right? It's Johan?
Johan,
yeah. It's Johan. Yeah, he was glazing her up too, saying like, oh yeah, I bet it was her who took out, what is it? Nihilist or Indivilia and Chatterbox with Dorothy. So even before he transformed, he thought highly of her. Which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Some of the stuff with the... We'll get into it more a little later. Some of the stuff, especially around the high-level tyrants and the heretics, gets a little funky in terms of consistency.
Mm-hmm. Guilty. She's really, really strong.
Yeah.
What could she do? I feel like she's Lord with her strength. At least. She's at least there. But I don't think she's ever fought like a Rapture canonically outside the Kraken during the summer event with her. On screen. Wait, didn't she? No, what was it? Didn't she like pull the Kraken out of the water with like her fishing pole? Was that something that happened? Or am I thinking, or is that like a, well, no, that was a shark. She lifted up a shark out of the water with their fishing pole. Yes, it was a shark. She got a shark. I thought the Kraken also like went on her pole and did something like that as well. Let's see. Yeah, she got a shark for sure. I remember that happening 100%. Let's see. Beautiful shot. Guilty. Beautiful shot. What did she do? Yeah, she caught the shark. And then she upped the fight against the Kraken. That's it, really.
Yeah, her strength's got her at least.
I think she's Lord. Because if she has training, though, I think she could be a tyrant like Bastille and stuff.
Yeah,
she just doesn't have the training,
have the experience.
Yeah. So put her up
like
there.
If she could catch a hold of Blacksmith, she could probably.
She could have. Yeah, she would have snapped its like legs off. She could tentacle, didn't get corrupted by Blacksmith. I guess we really don't know about her durability either, though. That's one thing as well. We don't really know how durable she is. Because if she has like Lilywhist level durability, then she could just punch anything and be fine. Yeah, she is the strongest physically in the arc. We just don't know how durable she is, though. Because what if she's like a glass cannon and she gets like shot once and dies? We don't know.
Yeah, and since she's in the rehab center, it's not like she's making trips to fight all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So she definitely doesn't have like a slew of experience.
Okay. Sin. Sin has her Kotodama. I think it affects anything that's biological at all, right? That's because she has those pheromones, right?
The wiki has nothing on it. I'm trying to remember.
Is it? Yeah, it's not restricted to just Nikkes, right? It can affect humans and Nikkes. But can it affect? It could affect probably the biological raptures, but maybe not the ones that are fully robotic. I'm not sure there's anything to do with like, because she has that smoke and such that comes out of her, those chemicals.
Okay, so this is from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. Instead of using vocal powers like Maiden and Siren, it's akin more to a mind-altering drug.
Yeah. So it's like anything that has a biological brain kind of deal could be affected by it. So a human and Nikke, and like earlier raptures, not the later raptures. I feel like we're just gonna put her in master, really, because like half the raptors she meets wouldn't be affected by it. So maybe like a coin flip whether or not she'd win a 1v1 against a lord or whatever.
Yeah, funny enough though, it's like almost she might have a better shot against like a heretic than some of the others.
Well, I guess no, really heretics. I don't think she would, because it's just nanomachines, right? The brain is not actually a brain; it's just nanomachines. But I guess no, they eat and stuff, right? So they have a simulated biological system or whatever. So I guess it would still affect them, the drug. Yeah. because it bypasses the Nikke filtration system, right? So I guess it would bypass the heretic filtration system too.
Possibly. I mean, that's such a hypothetical. I don't know that it would be.
Yeah, it's not confirmed. We don't have any hard evidence about it.
No.
No, Quincy though. What's Quincy doing? She's digging.
I mean, definitely master, but I don't know that anything above that.
No food. We're not there.
Story revolved around raptures at all.
Nah, not really. Fu hates having discussions, apparently, if it's not about pilgrims. That's wild. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
wait.
I think for Quincy, it's just.
Yeah, raptures aren't mentioned
master.
a single time in her character story at all. So she's just going to be a standard masterclass bum, it seems.
Yeah.
Anne. I don't think Anne is a master. And when you see her shooting pose, she's crying and everything like that. I don't think she's.
Yeah. Yeah, every fight is her first fight.
Mm-hmm. She just has like the standard, like downloaded Nikke programming.
She could probably be master if she wasn't in her situation. Like if she was always Miracle Fairy Anne.
Mm-hmm. I guess
be maybe even good because she. I mean, this is not related to fighting raptors, but she beat Noah in what's it called?
Tennis, right?
Oh, what's that game?
Badminton. It was badminton.
Not tennis. Yes.
Badminton.
So she's clearly physically gifted, but it's just not going to work out very well for her. Unfortunately,
yeah, she's not mentally there. Yeah, whenever she shoots, you see her face. She's crying. She's crying. She can't handle it. If she could mind switch, she probably would, but she can't because she doesn't have the memories to mind switch with.
Girl.
Now what about Epinal? Epinal was in the she was in the OP and she was fighting a Lord class with other people, I think, in the opening, the old one. But that's no longer canon anyway, because they deleted her from the opening. So sad. True. At the maid cafe, Anne is happy. She's a skateboarder. What does she even do?
Despite being an athlete first and a combatant second, Epinel is still given a weapon and combat protocols, leading some to be mad that expendable soldiers are being made into bread and circus acts. Sounds like she's not a fighter at all.
Well, wasn't she like bad enough that Mustang had to take her from Bacillus? Because Sue was like, okay, you're worthless anyway. I guess he's going to be high servant, maybe. How do you feel?
Yeah. Maybe below Sora.
Below?
I think maybe we're underrating Sora a little bit.
Maybe. But she is just sneaking around, though. She might be just going only to places that have been confirmed to have no raptures after, like, you know, mass-produced Nikkes and whatever squads go out and clear out the surface. Because the Wings of Victory end up only being very close to the Ark's actual entrance, right? Remember from Ark Guardian? So like she had to go that far to find clues.
But even then, she still got more surface
experience, yeah.
Experience in like Arcana.
Hmm.
I'm not saying like it's a huge jump up, but
yeah,
we can look at that more later though.
Yeah,
we can keep rolling.
I think Naga and Tia are like the same as Y, aren't they? essentially, because they're. So I think we just put them up here. Like they're getting a lot of training at the school. They're going to the surface for school training missions or whatever. They're surviving. They're like the cream of the crop at the school.
Yep.
Because to my knowledge, they haven't had their memories reset, right? Because what was it? It's like you get 3 chances, and on your 3rd chance, you just get scrapped instead of getting your memory reset. I think that's how it went in the MMR vocational school.
I don't remember the numbers, but yes.
So they got to be strong. Tuve. She's up there on the surface forever, surviving, and being with Lamilla and them up there at the Northern Outpost.
Yep. At least High Master, right? Just from, she's always.
Did she fight Ramshers by herself though in her event? Because it was just you and her, and you guys survived until she tore off her arm to make a flare, right?
I was thinking about her favorite item story. Did they fight your Raptures then? Because that was just them.
Because I also think in like the north, right? I think there's less of a rapture presence or whatever, because they're just I don't think they're as swamped over there as other places. Yeah, and a lone survivor. Did they fight raptures? Let's see. I think they survived against some raptures, but yeah, nothing. She is competent. She's a competent character. She has the fiery will, though. You know.
Yeah, there's really nothing against her. I just don't know if there's.
I feel like because she's probably
fighting
constantly fighting at that outpost base. So I'm her low lord for that. Because I doubt they're not, safe constantly. So there's probably going to be some lords walking around. Leg was on the surface with us for a few chapters. But I feel like she was hiding behind counters for a good amount of it, and she was hiding and sneaking around. She did survive for a bit though by herself when she made the billboard have boom on it. Remember?
Yep.
But I don't think she did much fighting though. Is the thing.
No, and she didn't do much fighting in Stellar Blade collab.
Nope. She's more just a engineer kind of character.
Yeah. I mean, she's clearly competent enough to be master, to even be sent that deep into the surface.
We'll put her around Senti and leader spot.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, I think I gotta change the location of Aegis and Infinity Realm. I think they gotta go up higher in Master. I think below Triangle, and then These guys had D and K. Put them here. Okay, I think I'll go with that. Yeah. Yeah, Oleg was low for a while, but she's probably just hiding, really. So she is crafty. Okay, she can go here. There we go. I rearranged it to be like this. Ripple, what do you think?
Hold up, I'm a little delayed. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. Now, Kilo, who is Talos, because they're like one the same.
Yeah, if it's fused, I mean, she's Tyrant, because she literally beat Chatterbox, who is a Tyrant.
So we're here.
Chatterbox is pretty strong for a Tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's individually probably above Maxwell, maybe even above Vesty.
I guess, yeah.
Because Chatterbox was giving some pretty serious pilgrims some problems that same, right before that, and then Kilo 1v1s him.
Yeah, she only can do it for like 30 seconds though. That's the limitation.
Yeah, but in a 1v1.
But in a 1v1 though, yeah, she
doesn't need it.
She gets 30 seconds is enough, yeah. True. Trony. I don't really know what we can do for Trony. Is she just gonna be servant?
I think Trony's supposed to be pretty weak.
Yeah.
So I think servant.
She's like label. Listen, our Kilo and Talos are the same creature together. In body and mind, they are merged together. They're not separate entities.
Or Trony.
And Trony, she's weak. She really is. Yeah, Eins with
But she's
Zwei.
strong in spirit.
Yeah, she's strong in spirit.
Sort of.
Yeah,
She
so
comes through in the clutch.
she's smart. Well, the ACX and Amire, they're all using the same machine, so like, they're not all one and the same.
Yeah, and she like fused with Talos, right? Like
Yeah, she literally fused the cores, so it's different thing.
Yeah, it's not.
He's not just a
really
machine; he's literally an extension of her. I don't think it's weird.
No, I think it's pretty reasonable because they're not literally the AZX, and they like.
Other people could use the AZX, and other people could use the Admire, but no one else can use Talos because Talos is literally custom built for her. The AI in Talos is fully for Kilo at this point.
Like normally Kilo, you're right, it is pretty much the same thing normally. But like Kilo at her peak and Talos are effectively the same entity.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that the AZX and the Admire are not.
Flora. I don't think Flora's ever seen a rapture, has she? Or did she come on? No, she came on the surface with us, right? Because we went to go find a flower with Biscuit.
Yes, that's right.
But that was only to a safe zone that didn't have raptures in it. I think, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because I don't think we went with anyone else besides her and Biscuit, so it had to be a safe area.
Yeah, I think probably around Sora. There's nothing known that's bad about her, but she's just not fighting.
Yeah. Mana. She's a scientist, but she is a... True. We talked about the crystal stuff. Maybe she was... Yeah, I put Mana with like Arcana and Phantom. Maybe like right above Arcana.
Did she get escorted out to...
Yeah, she would have been escorted out to there, yeah.
Okay.
Because she needed to have the supplies to build up the camp that she made to where she fixed up Grave. So there was more than just her that came to that area when we got the AA pillar stuff going on.
Yeah, I think that placement's reasonable.
I think Trina, same kind of situation as Flora, right? Because they're both in the Botanicals squad.
Seems reasonable.
See you around. Eat some ravioli.
Not before bed. If you eat, you can't sleep too well.
No.
Eat some ravioli tomorrow.
Eat a banana, actually. Bananas are good for sleep. That's what I've been told.
That may be true.
Okay, so Mihara, she is going to be High Tyrant then as well?
High Tyrant. I mean, she's an overspec, so yeah.
Because we haven't seen her do any kind of fights against heretics. She might be there. Did she?
It's kind of hard to tell because so Gluttony's obviously way stronger than Chatterbox. Yeah. But Gluttony was not a one-on-one fight. Well, she's kind of doing a lot by herself, though, wasn't she?
She was the whole reason why Siren was able to go back inside and save, or why Mori was able to go inside and save Siren. And she was holding him off for that long by herself, basically.
Yeah. Because it's not like anybody else was doing any sort of damage.
Uni was just holding them out.
I say all, but it was obviously that was an important and tough role, but she wasn't actually actively fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll do that. That's fine.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Mori,
she might be below Trony.
Is she below Trony? Is she below Trony now, though?
Yeah, for right now, yes. She won't be soon because she's gonna go through their training.
She has done training right now, right? And she fought some more, so maybe she's higher up on servant class because she's had more battle experience at the moment. She's doing the training arc with Old Tails, which of them will probably shoot up to Lord, probably. But at this point,
yeah, but she was so bad that they were talking about killing her.
Yeah, that's at the start, though. I'm talking about at this current moment. She's probably at the high end of the servant class, right? She did dig that like huge tunnel or whatever to stop only one somehow.
Yeah, but digging a tunnel and fighting are not the same thing.
She had to run into some raptures, though, at that point.
Yeah, but she's running into raptures with Siren in them. I don't know that she's gotten any training to this point. Because they're kind of heading straight for...
Well, the counters, though, they trained her in the simulation room. And she got good grades after that. And then everyone got jealous and they banned the system that could have saved her. Remember that in the Bond story?
Yes. But none of these other people that are above her
have been like told that they were horrible. Yeah, I'm just gonna put her high end of servant. I think that's.
I still think
fine.
she's the bottom of everyone. Because digging a hole is not actually fighting. It's prep work. It's impressive.
Maybe.
But
I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
That's fine.
Sugar. Really?
No, wait, hold on, wait. Not above Sora. There's no way. Because Sora has no... She's going out there on the surface by herself. Mori would die.
Yeah, Mori survived
top of
a hit from Gluttony or something. So that's a durability feat that puts her up there. Maybe. Potentially.
Okay, that's fine. We don't need to be on Mori for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. How did YouTube chat die? We talking about it? Did it stop getting captured on here? I still see it.
I just sent a test message.
Yeah, it came through. You got Boboob over there. Yeah, Cafe Sweetie though. Did it actually have any feats that we know about? I guess during the EVA collab, they were doing protection again for the train against a bunch of raptors. Remember that? While the train was going on the surface to...
They helped us go to Modernia too.
Yeah.
I think they picked us up after AZX was out of commission. Is that right? Or maybe it's the other way around. But they helped us transport over to Modernia in the middle of that craziness. But they're definitely weaker than Matisse and Absolute.
I guess we can put him in High Lord then, right?
Yeah.
If they're the answer, then they're High Lord, right? So we'll put the milk for Frima and Sugar into High Lord. That makes sense. They're the answer to Matisse and Absolute, but they're way weaker. But they did help out in like the EVA collab, and then they beat up children in the latest collab. That counts for something, right? They overpowered the nymph to beat up little kids. That's pretty crazy. That's a mental feat right there.
Frima should be higher than the others. Right? Isn't Frima...
In my head, it seems like Sugar's the strongest because she has the motorcycle and it can go boom boom.
Yeah, I thought Frima, though, was explicitly the strongest in that.
Yeah.
In Cafe Sweetie.
I think so. I think she's supposed to be. Where does Exia go?
Master, right?
Does she go to Master? Has she been on the surface in the story, actually? She was our operator for a bit, and then she got domed. But has she even been on the surface at all? Mm-hmm. Boomsday. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, she hasn't really been on the surface, so I don't think really. Yeah, she's a master hacker, but that doesn't really, help her against raptures. But she's more competent than a lot of these guys. She has the brain. I'll put her high servant. Why not? Yeah, I mean, no, I guess she can't be high servant because she can't be above these guys, right? I'll do that. That makes sense to me. Yeah, she's an operator, not a fighter. She's good at giving us like tactical info, not about doing the fighting herself. Now, Alice is strong, isn't she? She's up there with Ludmilla, protecting the north. She's getting the damaged Nikkes safe from the raptures. She hates the queen with all her heart. Yeah, we did kill Landeater with Alice and Ludmilla, that is true. Yeah, she's at least in Lord Glass.
Okay, I'm back. Alice, is that right?
Yeah.
Lord, definitely.
She is Lord.
Tyrant is a little crazy, but Lord is right.
Is she above Cafe Sweetie or slightly below them, do you think?
Maybe in the middle.
Middle. Put her above Milk. Milk's the weakest of them all in the Cafe Sweetie, so yeah. Yeah, she was able to help, like, defeat the raptures that were overrunning the research space and stuff, so. And then Landeater was killed by her helping out as well, so. Yeah. Makes sense to me. High Lord. Now it's time for Blanc and Noir. I mean,
A servant.
I feel like they're going to be servant, but where in the servant class would they be? I guess they're going to be lower than the cops. But higher than Label and Trony. And Blanc will be above Noir because Blanc is more aggressive of a person.
Makes sense.
Maybe that makes her go above. No, maybe they go like here. There we go. Do this. Noir is very timid, so maybe she goes like here. They're not built for combat at all. There was never a single thought in Mustang's mind about them ever fighting on the surface when he made them. I think Mary goes to Pepper, right?
Yeah. She doesn't have that killer instinct that Pepper has, though, so just below.
Mm-hmm. Yuha goes with Admi and Privity. Same training and stuff, right?
Yep.
Ludmilla is going to be with Alice because she did the same kind of feat with her, with Landeater, and protecting the North. She might be a little bit stronger because she's more mentally competent. What do you think about that?
Was there any sort of benefit to Alice's like overheat kind of mechanic thing where she had to get a special suit? Was there any benefit to that, or was that just like?
I think it was just a flaw because she was too young when she became a Nikke. I think there's some sort of like manufacturing flaw with the transformation process.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was related to some sort of ability.
But don't worry, they retconned that anyway, so it doesn't even matter anymore.
Oh, that's been retconned?
Yeah, because she wears the bunny suit and there's no issue.
Oh, yeah. They didn't say anything about that?
Nope. She's just is fine wearing the bunny suit. Hello, Red of the Sun. Welcome to the stream. No, there was no explanation about the bunny suit. It just no longer an issue with overheating. Yeah, we were talking about Alice. Yep. Do you have something to say about Alice? Yeah, Lamilla does have high specs. That is true. Yes, she does love bunnies.
We're talking about in relation to how her normal unit has a special ability that keeps her from overheating because her body heat is so high that was she burning through clothes or was she overheating herself? I can't remember exactly.
No, she needed the special suit to dissipate the body heat because it was too much.
Yeah, her body heat was off the charts, and so she needed a special suit.
But with the bunny suit, they kind of didn't remember. So she's fine now. Rupee is master, I think.
Yeah.
I think all of the members
a
from
nervous wreck, incompetent, but
she had they had that one chapter where all three of them went on the service with us and fought raptures. So
what was that? What was the story around that?
It was a filler chapter. I think it was chapter 12. Yeah, I got the game open. I can check it out. I think it's chapter 12.
Chapter 15.
It was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone called this a filler chapter. So nothing really happens in that chapter, but they do fight raptors. So
I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, they have good specs and weapons. So I'm going to put them in master. All three of them have the exact same like battle feat from that one chapter.
Oh, this is the chapter where,
yeah, it was mainly counters that were fighting.
They parade Missilis around. That's the same chapter where they parade Missilis around as being free from corruption.
You mean Matisse?
And there's that. Yes, I'm sorry, not Missilis.
Yeah, it was mainly them, but they probably shot a few raptors while they're up there. So, master.
They gotta be bog standard, yeah. You think Privity would be higher than them, right?
I guess, yeah, I guess.
They're all triangle.
Yeah, triangle probably higher yet. That makes sense. And probably D and a leg then as well. And then, you know what? Yeah, these guys they're gonna go in the middle of the pack. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, that's seems right.
Yeah, they don't hide.
Honestly, Yana's been with us more than the other two on the
True.
surface.
She has the Queen Jean in there though.
Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is all arc stuff.
Listen, the opening cutscene isn't canon because those Nikkes never really meet in an actual chapter. So the OP isn't that old OP means nothing. We're deciding the tiers based on the Rapture classes and if they could beat them in a 1v1. So Servant class Rapture, Master class Rapture, Lord class Rapture, Tyrant class Rapture, and then Heretic class Rapture. Yeah, I think novel doesn't have anything really.
Yeah, no, she's all arc, and she's a Tetra Nikke.
I think she goes with Exia. Yeah, she's going with Exia. Same
Exia.
tier.
Where's Exia again? I forgot.
Servant.
Oh, she's down. Yeah, that's about right.
Falk Wang. Does she have anything? I don't think Falk Wang has anything. She's athletic.
No, I think she's... Nothing in the main story. Everything.
Yeah, she's just meant to be a bread and circuses Nikke.
Yeah, another Tetra servant.
Yeah, so she's athletic, so I guess she can go in the middle. Yeah, she was made to filter any water source into clear drinking water, essentially. No, Matisse, Drake was 1v1ing. Oh no, I'm sorry. With Matisse, you had Laplace 1v1ing Behemoth, and then Drake was fighting like Ziz and put her in the web, remember? During that like whole squabble, we had a bunch of like different 1v1s going on, and Matisse was holding their own against the heretics. And then for Absolute, together they defeat heretics, so they go down into Tyrant individually. They were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, you can drink Folkwain Sweat as clean water, essentially. Sakura, where should she go? Just Master? Because the gang leaders have combat experience, right?
I'm trying to think of what they did in the.
Didn't they fight any?
Did they do anything
during the evasion? Didn't they like fight any raptors, thing like that? And remember, Moran was holding off like a bunch of Nikkes by herself at the gate, so like that shows that she would be able to defeat Masterclass Raptors, right? Because those that group of Master Nikkes could defeat a Masterclass Raptor.
Yes, yeah, they're definitely master. All of Underworld Queen are definitely master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think they're maybe even higher.
I think Moran is strongest of them all.
Well, so Moran specifically, if it was Nikke versus Nikke, Moran would be like top 5. Mm-hmm. Well, at least top 5 for the ones that don't have superpowers like Cinderella and stuff. Yeah. But Moran explicitly is not very strong against raptors. That doesn't mean she's weak, but she's like literally a PvP Nikke in lore and not a PvE Nikke.
See. Oh, Red Sun. Yeah, we were talking about Folkwain. You know, she sweats a lot, so any kind of liquid she drinks can turn into pure water from the sweat. She could filter out anything with that body of hers. I guess based on the feat that we talked about already with like Crow and stuff, Viper gets to go in Lord class, but I think she's going to be weaker, so I'm going to put her in like low Lord. Right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Because they fought a Tyrant together, so scale her down a little bit, get her in there. Where did we hear that? We heard that from using our brains to think about how sweat works, right? It's a joke. It's a joke. But it would be possible, technically. Put her there. We can't put EH too high because she doesn't have any confirmed feats, unlike Crow, who does have a confirmed feat, and Marciana's there because she is teaching everyone how to fight raptures.
Yeah, and you just know that Ingrid didn't give her scrub specs, and she looks so cool. You just know she could do it. I know that's not a good reasoning, but she just looks so cool that there's no way she's not Lord class at least.
True. Oh, both me and Ripple are done every chapter.
Yeah.
What feat does EH have against raptures? I guess she survived the elevator that fell from the explosion. That's a durability. But she did that before she became a Nikke. She was a human at that point. Oh yeah, she survived the explosion with the minion. But that was just a regular human damaging explosion, not like a rapture damaging explosion.
Ad
hell. Well, in the ad hell, they can still see the screen is just in a small little corner, and they can hear the audio. But the next things we're gonna do is just the maids, right? The maids all go in servant, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I guess maybe except for aid, maybe.
Yeah, aid's kind of strong, but there's no really rapture experience. But aid is.
She was supposed to be like a special agent.
Actually, master. Yeah, I think aid might be above the other two.
Yeah.
Because she held back Milk from fighting someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she was supposed to be part of Shade, right? So she was supposed to be a sneaky agent that was strong, superhuman agent or whatever, like how Velvet is. Or was. What about Biscuit? What the dog doing?
I think the dog is. I think we're sending the dog out after the mobs and not letting her near anything strong.
Well, those are just men, though. They're not raptures. I don't think she could go too hard against raptors.
Yeah. Trony, our weakest Nikke, is folding Dobon easily.
Yeah. She could probably just kick him and then he'll die. Or he'll have his like rib shattered. If she's in the combat body. That's what we're assuming is they're in combat bodies. Can Biscuit fight? I don't even know. Did she really fight at all? When she went to the service with Leona, she just was scouting around. It was a safe area, so no raptures. Came up with Flora, no raptures. I don't think she's been in a fight. Well, I think servant class raptures, they can just die in one shot from like any Nikke capable weapon.
Yeah, I mean, Shifty was killing them in the April Fool's event.
Well, no,
so everyone's obviously.
The main thing is the commander. Fools, but... The commander killed one with Haran's test. That's the main thing.
No, I just mean in terms of the weaponry.
Oh yeah,
the weaponry's obviously going to be strong enough for servants, so none of them obviously would be below servants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shifty is weird. Definitely.
Yeah, I think let's put her in like the middle or whatever. She's a smart cookie. I think Ray is the weakest of the schoolgirls, so I think she's going to be in masterclass, but like higher in masterclass. Because she's still doing the same test, right? But she's still weak-ish. But is she though? She's kind of dumb though. I guess she has to be in Lord. Wouldn't she have to be in Lord? But she did help out in the Eva though. In the Eva collab, she was doing well with Mari.
It's true.
I think she has to be in Lord class due to that whole situation. But like low Lord, I'll put her on low Lord.
Give me a second. Let me see what the colorless.
She has the Narus as well, right? The Narus do cool things. So she has the power in her. Yeah, the drones. That gives her something. Yeah, Denaru's love candy. They hold it for her. What do you see, Ripple? Anything against her being in Lord? I think she just goes there.
Okay. So she's one-shotting singular raptors in servant class, so she's definitely master.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for anything more than that. Yeah, it looks like after that, Ray's not really shown doing a whole lot, obviously, because that's not her event.
But she is passing the tests, right? So, because she's not getting scrapped. So I think she has to go in Lord. I think based on that, she's in Lord.
Yeah.
And the stuff at the Eva collab, yeah.
It feels wrong to put her above some of those ones in Master Class, though.
It's just real.
Yeah.
She's being trained as a soldier, like fully. And she's a senior.
Probably, yes, she's the oldest of school circle group.
Mm-hmm. I guess, now where does Arya go? I guess all these three haven't fought any Raptures, right? At all? I think they're just going to go like low like the maids, the singers.
Volume fought in the VR.
She wasn't actually there though. She wasn't there. That was a simulation of her.
It was the projection.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like Guillotine and Maiden who were actually fighting in the VR. Or the commander who was beating the shit out of Suwon.
Fighting humans is nothing like fighting Raptors. Because they're VIPs. They're fighting VIPs that are humans threats or whatever, right? So not Rapture threats. You need a lot less strength to do that. We're almost to the Pilgrims Octocube.
Yeah, I think servant class. I don't think there's anything against them, so
I guess
they can go above some of the ones that are explicitly kind of weak in servant class.
Mm-hmm. Trina, Flora goes up here because she goes on the surface sometimes. I think Trina does too because they're collecting samples from the surface at times. So we'll do that. We'll put them like higher up there. Okay. Rupi, we already did you. You go back down here. Rosanna, you're going to go up with Sakura around like here. Did I do Moran already? Did I pull her out? I didn't pull her out. Nero is going to be the same as Biscuit, but I think Nero has a bit more service experience, so she'll go above Biscuit. That's fine. She had the cat that died. That's an emotional feat. She was able to survive that. Poor Ruru. Ruru? Was it Ruri? Ruru? Was it Ruru or Ruri?
I tuned out for a second. Sorry, what was who was this again?
The cat who died? Was it Ruri or Ruru? It was Ruru.
I don't remember.
Remember the cat sent a text message after it died to the commander?
Ruru. Yeah. There's some weird little tidbits in this game. Like Ghost Cat.
Yeah, they did fight against the Kraken, but Rampy, Anise, and Neon, and Guilty, and Maiden, never knows was there. And Helm, Helm wasn't there, never mind. A lot of people were there on the island to fight the Kraken. So it wasn't like they did a big part. If anything, it was probably counters that carried them a lot.
Where are they again?
Where are you?
Who are you looking for?
Anise. Doing Anise. And Anise, we're gonna do her current upgrade, which makes her heretic class.
Is she though? Okay, so obviously she can be.
I mean,
but
like,
we saw how she can't control herself because she doesn't know what's going on.
That's a cop out. I don't believe the writers on that. Like, how did she control all the energy that was poured into her from the cannon and then not be able to do it after the fact? Like, that was just, they wanted to add tension, I think, the writers.
I agree, but it's not nothing. I mean, if we want to say them at their peak, like how we said Kilo, then yeah, Heretic is
she was able to destroy the entire body of a queen level rapture against only one. And that's above Heretic. So.
Yeah, but then she folded against Ultravia.
That's because the writers wrote the character wrong. But I think she goes to. She goes into Heretic, but she's gonna be weaker than Rappy, and probably weaker than Laplace.
Probably weaker than Drake too.
We'll spare it there,
right? Because didn't take quite a while to charge up.
Yeah, it did.
It's gonna be hard for her to get that off.
Any energy like based attack or whatever, she should be able to just absorb it in the future.
Yeah, I think Anise, if we were doing this like 6 months, a year from now, is probably going to be right next to Rappy, above Matisse. But right now, I don't think you can say she's above that or above them.
She should have used her stinky line of fires as Ignis. Wow. That's a crazy statement right there. We did Lamilla already. We're gonna do
the Mushroom Man.
The Mushroom Man
clowning around.
Where should Mika go? Probably this Master, right? Did she do anything more in the campaign? In like the early days? I don't recall.
I'm trying to figure out if the campaign, I don't think she did anything notable. I'm trying to think in Neverland when she was alone with the commander, did she fight anything?
I don't think really, because they were just going through the snow trying to find Blorda.
Yeah.
But she does have she's meant to do artillery and stuff, so she's meant to just blow up raptures. She kissed the commander on the cheek. That's a feat. That not a lot of Nikkes have that. So I think we can. She's probably just Master, and I think she has like combat experience, so she'll probably be like in the middle of Master.
Low, I think low.
Low, really?
I mean,
she's gonna be above Pepper. At least, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think her abilities are going to be... Yeah, above Pepper. I agree with that. But looking at the ones, like, we got main campaign fights out of...
Yeah.
Most of the ones above, where they've done things that are reasonable to make you think they're there.
True. I guess Leona goes above the other animals. If only Timmy could destroy a rapture, then she'd be the strongest, maybe. Kate Moran's going to go up there, I guess, because you mentioned she's weak to raptures. I guess.
She's not weak to them. She's not weak to them. She's just not designed specifically for them. She's specifically designed for PvP. And so she's still the strongest out of her squad.
Yeah. Aid, she's
not a...
Yeah, she's not
Go ahead. Yeah.
Big boy going up to the top.
No, but that's Red, that's like meta stuff. I'm talking about like her story. She's explicitly meant to fight Nikkes. And that's why she was thrown against all the mass-produced, because she is designed to fight other Nikkes, and she's gonna beat every Nikke that doesn't have like a superpower. Like, so exotic, I'm sorry, not exotic. what is it, extrinsic?
Yeah.
Extrinsic is going to be able to subdue her because of their like superpower kind of stuff, and then like your overly crazy specced out Nikkes are going to beat her too. But you know, even a lot of these tyrant class fighters are not going to beat Moran in a 1v1 when it's Nikke versus Nikke.
Mm-hmm. I think Aid, I'll put her like here because she was supposed to be a Shade member, right? So she does have a level of combat experience or whatever. I've been training and stuff, right? The mind for it and a stronger body, right? So put her a master for that. Faye, she's going right down here with the maids.
Yep.
Yeah, you already done Soda. You already done Alice. A Clay gets to be stronger, right? Because she was designed to try to be a melee Nikke. Because they were trying to chase the success of like Lilius.
Significantly higher though. Wasn't she not very successful though? True,
but she was they tried to make her a combat character. So it's not like she was designed to just be entertainment, right?
No. So yeah, her specs are going to be enough to be master, I'm sure, but she was a failure.
Mm-hmm. Remember we suplexed
Milk's a little overrated though, because the commander's beating up Milk.
Yeah.
Even before he has his super I can't get pierced by needles stuff going on. He was
but maybe that's supposed to just be funny and not taken seriously. Because in lore, she's supposed to be stronger. Right?
Well, she's kind of tsundere, so maybe he got her flustered.
Maybe she did, yeah. Maybe she did on purpose to be cute to the commander. Rouge gets to be with Blanc and Noir. Okay, comps get to be a bit higher, I think. Comps will get to be a bit higher, I think. Still, they still have the bit of training. Put them up here. Romani is just with Folkwing because she's the exact same thing as Folkwing. Brenny and Crust are stronger because we went to the service with just them and we did survive, right? Remember?
Yeah.
So I think they have to be master at least to do that kind of mission, right?
Well, what did we do on the surface? Because we've got Nikkes.
We went to the surface. We tried to find a replacement for food. For Splendidman?
Yeah, but I mean, is that another like?
I guess it was a low rapture area. Yeah, it was a low rapture area. But so was she like Flora tier then? I guess they're gonna be like Flora, like high servant then.
Yeah,
and that goes for the same for both of them because it's the exact same feat for Brady and Crust. So we'll do that, I guess. We got a Velvet now. But she can be like the same as Aid, I guess, because of the Shade training. And she's gonna be a bit above Aid because she actually was just going around.
More. Yeah.
And beating people up. Yeah. Okay. Now it's Snow White. Heavy arms. Yeah, Brady's ability is very interesting. Because Brady's ability makes it like add some like weird spiritualness to the world of Nikke, because that means every object in the world of Nikke has memory and can remember anything that ever happened to it, and then Brady can lick it and figure out, oh, what happened to it, which is very strange to think about. Zenard, Snow White literally just crushed Chatterbox's head in Goddess Fall. He died in like 3 seconds.
And then she got an upgrade after that.
Yeah.
So she's definitely heretic. class. I guess we haven't. Well, she was fighting Altruia with counters, and I know that's strong teammates, but there's no way she's getting an upgrade, and she's not heretic class. Let's just be honest about it. Like, that's a little bit of BS reasoning. I'll admit that, but there's just no way in the world she's not heretic class.
Yeah. She was able to fight against the queen, and they were able to bring her down. And the queen class is like 10 times stronger than the heretic class. So, at the least, right? So, based on that thing, as a team of 4 of them, they brought her down, even though she got the second wind, second form. She's heretic.
And
is she stronger than Laplace, though?
It's kind of an unknown.
This is
probably put him either way.
Yeah.
I'd say yes, but we can't really prove it.
Laplace has superpowers, though. That's the thing.
True. Yeah.
Do it for now. Isabel is Tyrant, right? That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
They're just on the surface, they're fighting heretics a bunch. They're going after Mother Whale decently.
Yeah, but they were never really beating the heretics. At best, stalemating them.
Mm-hmm.
Not really at best. They were exactly stalemating them, but they weren't beating them.
Sure.
And they weren't beating them as a team, so...
I put her in Tyrant. Rapunzel gets to be in Tyrant, I guess, right? Does she get to be in Tyrant, or would she go to Lord, like High Lord? Because she is a support character, right? So she doesn't have like a teammate around with her. Can she really defeat a Tyrant? Her abilities are good.
She could probably be a low Tyrant, like Blacksmith.
Maybe. Yeah, and she was fighting Anichiro, which was heretic, but she did have like Dorothy and like Red Hood and everyone.
I think low Tyrant is reasonable.
Yellow Tyrant. Yeah, she has the
Probably
shield,
the
right?
lowest. Yeah.
Yeah, the shield.
Yeah,
no,
probably lower than Uni.
yeah, lower than Uni. Yeah, she's not great at fighting. She's good at defending, healing, and like providing support and stuff. She buffs other people.
But it's not like she's still a strong fighter in comparison to other Nikkes.
The Chinese trailer, why would I look at the Chinese trailer? The Chinese game is a different game than our Nikke. They have different events, like that one with the lady who can predict the future and see like crimes in the future, and the fox girl. They're in a different timeline than our timeline. True. Yeah, they're not weak by any means, but it's like more like Rapunzel complements her attacker teammates, right? Because her role is different.
It's the same sort of reasoning as to why Emma's lower than the other two in absolute. It's not that she's bad by any stretch of the imagination. She's just the supporter and not going to do as well in a one-on-one as the other two, or as her other squad mates.
Where should Scarlet go? Scarlet was able to sword fight into Villia, right?
Yeah.
So maybe in Heretic then, maybe? I guess, and she did defeat those heretics, those mass-produced heretics. Remember those ones? She defeated those 1v1.
Yeah. Did Rapunzel defeat any of those 1v1?
I don't think so. Did she? I think she was just in the back, like healing everyone who came, and then she supported Dorothy. She got attacked with Dorothy. Wasn't that what happened?
Sure.
because they saw the commander go down, Anderson. Yeah, her body got improved because didn't Snow White do stuff to her a bit? Yeah, does Rapunzel have any kills on those mass-produced heretics or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't recall it.
Also, probably some of the high tyrants could probably beat those mass-produced heretics.
Mm-hmm. True. Probably.
It's kind of hard when they weren't around to look at versus what the modern Nikkes are looking like.
Yeah, they weren't born yet. It was before their time. Haran. Where should Haran go? With Isabel and Tyrant, I guess, maybe. She had the big feat though of like destroying like a huge part of the queen with like the space elevator with her magic abilities, basically. Haran has really like powerful powers. If she, could use that fairy dust to turn anyone into dust. But that's like a suicide move anyway, though, because she has to hurt herself with it, right? Because she got cut up in the thing.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll put her above Vesti. Now what about Noah? Noah tanked the Queen's Blast, but she had to use all her power to do so. What if she turned that power into a beam and attacked a heretic with it? Could she defeat a heretic like that?
I mean, she probably could defeat a heretic like that. I don't think she could do it, though.
She would need a lot of charging time.
I don't think it's going to work.
Sandy made a small crack in the metal of her shield, not the energy shield that she made. She didn't get a crack in the energy shield. It was the actual physical, like floating thing she has. Foo, everyone knows that Nihilister goes into heretic tier because she's a heretic herself.
Yeah. Could she beat herself up? Probably.
I'll put her above Rapunzel because she was stronger than Rapunzel in Goddessfall.
Yeah.
Modernia, she goes to heretic class. Does she go above?
Yeah, she should be above Rappy.
She should be above Rappy. Because she has queen powers.
Yeah, her queen. I mean, she keeps losing because she keeps getting put in ridiculous situations.
Yeah, they keep putting her in like the most horrible matchups. She gets like attacked by a million people, and she still almost wins every single time.
Yeah, she's. I mean, there's maybe one character who I don't even know if it's on this list that I would put above Marion. And that would be Lily Weiss, and I don't think she's on this list.
Yeah, she's not. Nihilister, it goes like...
She's...
like down here.
Okay, so...
I think she's going to be weaker
above
than
Scarlet.
new Winnie's, but she's going to be above old Scarlet.
Yeah.
When new Scarlet comes out, she'll be stronger than Nihilister, probably. Is she though? Because Nihilister didn't fight.
So Nihilister was destroying the four. The four beasts.
Yeah, but that was they hadn't transformed yet.
Transform.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So no. But then again, was Nihilister transformed? Probably not. They're kind of prideful. So I doubt she's transforming.
I think they just got strong in their base form, though, with the Bow Palace with the Queen Jin in it. That made them stronger. Like, in their base, too.
I think it's reasonable where they're at. I think we're
whatever.
supposed to
We'll put her.
Nihilister.
We'll put Nihilister above Matisse. Why not? Why not? Let's do that. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like she's not.
She's the weakest of the
offsprings, I think. Right?
Yes. Indivilia and what's her name? Liberalia are both stronger.
Because you got bullied. Dorothy one-tapped her as well. Remember that?
Yeah, he's cracked out.
Where does Dorothy get to go?
Dorothy should be right below.
Is Dorothy stronger than Rappy? I don't know.
So she's not going to be stronger than. Well, no, she's not going to be stronger than Rappy, because Rappy in her Red Hood form, before she did the full transformation, was outpacing Dorothy, but what was my butt going to be? I lost my.
I don't think it was actually planned. Oh, no, for fighting. It was planned that she wanted to go get Material H, but I don't think it was planned that she would be attacked by Dorothy. It was just she used that as the opportunity to get to Material H. It's not that she knew that she was going to get hit by Dorothy and get knocked out, but she kept playing dead so that she could get to where she wanted to go.
Dorothy's stronger than new Snow White, though. I guess it's hard to say. We don't really have a lot of information on new Snow White.
Yeah, Dorothy
so
doesn't
definitely over old Snow White.
Dorothy doesn't go out all often, though. So maybe Dorothy, if she goes all out, she might be stronger than Rappy. We haven't seen her go all out.
The probably the biggest feat Dorothy has that's known, besides her Goddess Ball stuff, is she kicked and destroyed one of
a glass slipper.
Slippers.
And she shot the Queen and made it bleed.
Yeah, Dorothy is the second strongest of Goddess pre-upgrades. It's stated 1 billion times, and it must be true. She's just intentionally hamstringing herself because she doesn't like fist fighting.
Yep.
And doesn't want to get dirty. She says it's ungraceful, I think, is the word.
It's a mental block she has. I guess if we're going to include the mental block as like a hindering factor, then yeah, she would be weaker than Rappy.
Okay. And the mental block might even put her below Snow White, maybe?
Would it though? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think she's just that strong.
Insane. Yeah.
Red Hood. Where does Red Hood go? Does she get to be stronger than Laplace, I guess, but weaker than Snow White Heavy Arms now? Or would she be stronger than Snow White Heavy Arms? I feel like the power scaling has to be that Snow White is now stronger than Red Hood, right?
Yeah. But Red Hood could really turn it on, and so that's why she's got to be above Matisse, just because she was really like that.
She was like that. She was built different.
Yeah, she was off the wall. Of course, she had help, but she was the one that pulled the last trigger.
Yeah, we'll put her there. Snow White Instant Days, it's a bit different than current Snow White, right? So I guess we can put her into... She was weak. She was a lot weaker, though, because she had the mental block herself, right? So maybe she goes into Tyrant instead of Heretic class. She was not that strong, right?
Low Tyrant or High Lord.
Yeah, put her in low Tyrant. Yeah.
Okay, she could beat a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had enough weapons because she was holding her own against the heretic, mass-produced heretics, right? So until she freaked out and couldn't do it.
Yeah, she's tyrant. Tyrant.
Scarlet Black Shadow doesn't change. Rapunzel doesn't change there, so that's fine. Crown. She gets to use the she gets to use the naked skin, naked king skin, or and stuff like that, right?
Okay,
so she's getting high.
Rappy maybe.
Yeah, she gets to be there. When she activates that, she's above Rappy, for sure.
Yeah. If she, obviously we're doing that, so I like this placement, but if she wasn't above Rappy, then maybe like around Matisse. Because she's still strong. She's still doing pretty well against Indivilia.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're doing peak, she's got to be there because that attack is insane. Honestly, it might even wreck Marion. No, probably not. No, probably not that. Yeah, that's right.
Cinderella has to go that high because she can literally shoot 10 trillion beams and turn any heretic into dust, like she did to Behemoth and Leviathan.
Yep, Cindy's insane.
She's insane. She fought the queen.
They're out, and then Red Hood tripled her power. I mean, sorry, not Red Hood. Red Shoes.
Yeah. With she got the upgrades from like the Raptures as well. She's just cute. You know, they do say though that she has like a little bit of nymph in her brain still. So like, could Mirian order her with the queen powers at some point? I wonder if that could ever happen. If she got like directly next to her. But the queen did try to do that though when they got to the space elevator and didn't work, so I guess probably not. But that is one thing that I didn't get though, is because she still could hear the queen, right? Even with that little bit of nymph in her brain. So why did she not hear the queen when the queen was falling to the earth again? And during the fight with only one, she should have heard the queen coming down and had been able to warn everyone about that. There's a plot hole there. And that is true. Cinderella does have the ability to transform, and she never did it.
Is she above Marion? I feel like we should say no, but I don't know that we can.
I mean, like,
because
go ahead.
She really did a number on the queen.
Yeah, if Miriam is fully transformed and has all of her queen powers full up, she's probably a bit stronger than Cinderella. But Cinderella hasn't transformed, so we don't know yet. If Cinderella transformed, then we don't. Who knows how powerful she could be?
Yeah, I think Cindy maybe could be stronger than Marion. If
we just don't know.
Else.
We just don't know.
She's probably just got better combat modules in her or something, because she seems to be a much more competent fighter. But I think as things are, Marion's above her.
Oh, I guess, yeah, Miriam could absorb Cinderella's lasers, like how she did with the Queen's power, remember? She could probably do that.
Oh yeah, and then she could hit her with a Marion cannon, and then it might be game over.
Seems to be that way. It could be like that. Yeah. Grave is heretic, but I think she is going to be at Laplace's level.
I was going to say lower.
Lower?
Because, her future sight takes a little while to activate, and you're not going to get that time in the fight, most likely.
True. She needs support to be able to pull it off.
So, like, if she could go in at full power, she'd probably be Matisse level. But I'm assuming she's going in, like, based, and then she'd have to buff herself in the middle of the fight, right?
Yeah. True. Yeah, Mana made sure that she was strong with using the Harmony Cube. Thank you, Mana. Here we go. Now we got a super cracked Nikke. Siren. Siren's Kododama is like unlimited.
Siren's theoretically.
As long as it's not a gluttony that doesn't understand language, she can do whatever she wants. If thing knows language, it's over. She can tell them to do whatever. She can just say, okay, you're done. Bye-bye. Like she could talk to Miriam and say, hey, Miriam, stop being a queen, and then who knows what would happen.
I mean, she might be like above Cindy. Well, actually, maybe not. Actually, no. She can't be above Cindy because Cindy, they literally fought, and Cindy was so fast she broke her jaw.
Yeah. If she gets speed blitzed, then it might not work out. But if she has but what she can do though is with her bubbles, she can record commands. So what if she recorded the commands beforehand and then sent out the bubbles, and then she didn't have to speak? It was just the bubble went. And
but I think that goes along with Grave.
I guess, yeah.
She has to do her buffs in the fight.
So maybe she should go.
Can come in.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, true. Yeah, Siren didn't expect an attack damage, so she wasn't on guard.
I still think she's above Crown, though.
Above Crown? Okay, we'll put her there. Yeah, the Kododama is busted. That's the most busted ability in the entire game. That's why the writers didn't even acknowledge that it's in existence when she fought only one. She didn't even try to use it on only one. They didn't even write that in. She could have told only one stop.
One explicitly knows language because she was asking for a hug.
It could have been over and instantly. But the writers, they didn't remember. Nayuta, where should she go? Below Red Hood, maybe? Because I guess we're gonna be doing are we doing? I guess we have to do transformed Nayuta. So maybe she is stronger than Heavy Arms. Snow White.
Yeah, transformed Nayuta is pretty crazy. Dorothy's still crazier though. Dorothy's actually cutting up the queen.
Yeah.
Is Dorothy? No, she can't be. But this is where some of the stuff gets inconsistent. Is this top level of
because Naked King Crown is going to be stronger than probably Transformed Nayuta, but Transformed Nayuta might be stronger than Dorothy, but she can't sustain it for as long as Dorothy can sustain her full power. But in a 1v1 fight, you don't really need to sustain that much. So maybe she goes next to Crown because it's that level of transformation, right? As the Naked King.
But Dorothy's, I think, is still higher.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you think Dorothy should go above Crown?
No, I think Nayuta should be below Dorothy.
Okay.
And and below Rappy. I think it was right the way it was.
Do we have it like this or this? We had it like this.
No, it was Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm delayed. Right now, it's where it should be, I think.
Oh.
Rappy, Dorothy, Nayuta.
How about Libby? Where should Libby go? Rappy was scared of
So
Libby.
obviously Heretic. Yeah, she's pretty insane.
She could command all that water from the sea, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Ignis has put him between Crown and Nayuta. Wow.
I'm going in between Rappy and Dorothy. If that's where the Mushroom Man wants to go.
No. I'm gonna put her above Rappy, but below Transformed. No, maybe no. She's based off of Cinderella directly, so maybe she's a little bit weaker than Cinderella.
Yeah, she's definitely not as strong as Cindy.
Maybe she just goes up below Siren. Yes, just below Siren.
I don't know, but Crown really did a number on Indivilia.
And
Who's to
Chatterbox
say
at the
that
exact
she
same
couldn't do
time.
the same? Yeah, who's to say she couldn't do that on Lib too?
True, because the alpha particles could be reversed and damage.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wait, hold up. Actually, let me think about something. So with the alpha particles, it explicitly takes a long time to charge up, right?
Yeah.
And we're saying that you have to come in at base and not already powered up.
No, I think we're going by top tier performance. I think that's what we're going by. Because with
the top tier performance, then Grave needs to be higher.
Yeah,
that future sight's crazy.
Yeah, future sight. Sure. Yeah, we'll put her up there.
Probably below Snow White, maybe. Well, no, Snow White doesn't really have any exceptional abilities that we know of. She's just very, very, very strong and has great great weapons.
Yeah.
But Grave also has great weapons, as she was almost as good, and she has that kind of like superpowery.
Yeah, she has like
Old
the ability to
Tales
see the
vibe.
future. So I'll put her up there. I guess with full power, we're gonna do Naked King Chime, which means she gets to probably be at the low end of Heretic class.
Yeah, that's insane that Chime's up there, but it's true.
It's true. It's real. Chime gets a W. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Okay, is that everyone? Oh no, we got Neon.
Is there any argument that Chime's above Scarlet?
Probably not, no. Because Chime only like barely beat Indivilia when she was like weakened and stuff. So
But did Scarlet okay, yeah, she was weakened, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, because Scarlet I don't think ever beat Indivilia, right? Didn't Scarlet lose?
But yeah, but Scarlet beat up actual like mass produced heretics, a lot of them, so remember.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess new Neon. Yeah, we have new Neon as well. I guess she goes next above Anise probably. No, she's kind of overpowered because she can't be corrupted or she can't be like modified any way at all. She can like punch through the crystals and stuff. But I guess she doesn't have like combat experience now. So I guess maybe she goes above Anise a little bit, and that's it. How do you feel about Neo Neon?
I think for right now that's real. I feel like when we get more out of her and Anise, they'll probably go higher. But for now, we can't put them there.
Yeah. Is there anyone else left? Yeah, we got Ether and Balorda and Neve. I think that's it. Then yes, those are the last three that we got to do. So Ether Servant, right? She's a scientist. She's gonna be like in the lab, and she's like stinky and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Balorda, she kissed the commander on the lips, which is a huge feat for a Nikke.
Yep. Bravery, Heretic class probably.
Yeah, Heretic class bravery, but that's it. I think she just goes with Mika because she's like the same training and stuff, right? Same kind of deal.
Yeah.
Neve,
I think is strong.
Yeah, Neve. She just sleeps a lot, but is she strong at all? Does she have anything that she did? Did they mention that she's like a strong thing, but she just sleeps too much? Is she like Freema?
I think they did, but let me scan through her thing because normally works independent from her squad. Okay, so she's got to be strong if she's oftentimes by herself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Alice said that she was strong, apparently.
I think maybe put her around below Allison. I really don't remember too much about her, to be truthful.
She doesn't do a lot.
Her squad mates.
I'll put her in low Lord, I think. Yeah. Low Lord.
Yeah, I think that works.
She has a great behind, he says. That is true. I've seen it. Okay, that's the list. We did it. We won.
Surely no one would ever get upset at a power scaling tier list.
Yeah, surely no one. Okay. Do you see anyone you want to rearrange? Let me know. Because I'm fine with how it is, I think.
We did a lot of rearranging as we went along.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more so than normal. Yeah, the only one that I really, in my mind, that's standing out still is I think Mori sucks. No offense. I didn't mean that. That came out really mean.
I feel like though she's
in a mean way.
Her training that she's gotten, she's probably.
But she's not gotten it yet.
No, she's gotten some lived. She has some lived experience now due to all the stuff she's been in.
15 minutes of it though.
Nah, it was like a month she was inside Gluttony or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything except play games and chat. And she dug a couple holes, but she's always been digging holes.
Oh, but she then.
I think she's worse than Trony.
I don't think she's that low. I feel like she has the feats now from chapter 42 or whatever.
But all she did was dig a hole. That's literally all she did. And while it was impressive and it was useful and it was very great to do in the fight, it has nothing to do with how she would fare at a one-on-one. And she would still get smoked by everyone.
I guess. Maybe she'll just go in. Let's put her in the middle, maybe. Is she really weaker than a maid, though?
I can take middle. I can take middle.
Put her in the middle.
Well, but the maids were never getting threatened to get scrapped for being bad.
Well, it's because they were never made to fight. She was made to just do some sort of fighting.
Alright, I can take middle. That's fine. That's a good compromise from top of... See, I went at the very bottom. You had her at the very top. I think the middle's a great compromise.
There we go. The list has been saved.
Alright, now when you post this, make sure to tag at Noodles. So that
Noodles.
I don't get the...
This is on you. I already added you in the announcement, so they know it's you. Anyone who sees that.
Oh my god, that's true. Oh, they just dropped the Viper skin. Whoa,
they did.
Looks good.
It looks nothing like my prediction. It looks just like her wearing a streetwear. And that's it.
Oh my god, it looks good.
It does look neat. Where would Huta be? Huta would be in Husk tier. Would even make a Husk tier because every Nikke could just kick a Husk to death, and that would be it. Oh, Suin's theme is playing right now. That's pretty neat. But yeah, that will be the end. There we go. We did it. We did the power scaling. Look at that, guys. This is the official power scaling tier list for Nikke. This is actually 100% canon. No one can deny it. It's real. It's the only interpretation of any of this stuff. If you have an issue...
Once again, same with the other one. Take the issues up with the writers because we're just right. And if something's incorrect, it's because they wrote it wrong.
Exactly. Blame shift up, not us. This is the true power of Nikkes. But
yeah, tag Kim. Say that we made the list with Kim since it's his product.
Exactly.
Send all
hate mail to him.